In this video, I'll make this simple 2D drawing, and for this I'll start with a rectangle tool. So I'll go to this rectangle tool on the draw panel. Now click anywhere in the drawing area to start the rectangle, and I'll type add, and the length of this rectangle is 10 unit and the height is 4 unit, and press enter. Well, here we have this tiny rectangle. Let's zoom into this one, and that's our rectangle. Now let's create an offset of this rectangle, and for that I'll go to this offset tool and enter the offset distance as 1 and press enter. Now I'll select this one and click outside to create the offset. Now I'll go to fillet and I'll add the fillet. So in this case the fillet radius is also 1, so I'll go to radius and add the fillet radius 1, press enter. We need to apply fillet on all the 4 vertices, so I'll go to polyline, click on the polyline, and there we have it. It's applied on all the 4 vertices. Well, now let's add the circles, and for that I'll start with the line tool, and I'll start with the line tool only to add the final reference. Okay, and that reference can be added with respect to the center point here. So you can see that the distance between this point and this one in the horizontal distance up to this circle is 7.8, and this length is 5. So in that case I'll start with this point and I'll subtract 5 from 7.8. that gives us a length of 2.8. So 2.8 and press enter. Now I'll move in the upward direction and enter the length of 4.8. That's the length which is already provided in the drawing. Now I'll go to circle, click on this endpoint and add the circle with diameter 2 or radius 1. Press enter again, and this time enter the radius of 1.4 unit and press enter again. Well, that makes our circle. Now we need to add some fillets as well as some tangents. So first let's get rid of these 2 lines, and I'll go to fillet tool again. Now this time I'll select a radius of 2 units, so radius 2 and press enter. Select this line, there we have it. Now I'll go to fillet again. Well, we still have the same radius, so you don't need to change it. So select these 2 lines, and we have 2 unit radius on both of these vertices. Now let's go to circle, and I'll select tangent radius. Now I'll click on this line, then I'll click on this circle, and the radius is 3. So there we have it, the circle. Now I'll go to line and press and hold shift key. Now this will show the smiley face on the cursor on the tooltip, and now when the smiley face shows up, right click and select tangent. Now select this circle, then repeat the process. Press and hold shift, right click, tangent, and click on this fillet. There we have it. So it will add the tangent, the required one, exactly at the point where we need it. And now you can trim the remaining geometry. So go to this trim tool, press enter, and get rid of this. Also, you can get rid of this part as well as this part, and zoom in and get rid of this one as well. Well, these were the geometries which were no longer needed. We can now get rid of this one as well. Okay, so now we can make the exact copy of this geometry over this side, and to do that I'll select it all just like this. So just make sure that you select this arc, these 2 circles and arcs, and this tangent. And now I'll go to mirror, select this midpoint and make a mirror image. Well, obviously that's not the mirror image which we want, so I'll select it once again, all the geometries only, obviously. Go to mirror, and this time I'll select this midpoint as well as this midpoint. Now we have the required mirror, but we don't need this one. So in order to get rid of this one, select yes, and that will erase the source object. And there we have it. That's the final mirror which we actually needed. So we need to now trim these 2 geometries. Well, let's go to trim, press enter, and get rid of this, and this, and that completes our drawing.